Um, do does one realize, if we talk about food, how chemically affects your brain and your thinking process and your reality? Um, it goes deep. I tell people food is information. So if I was able to pick a nice ripe mango organically off the tree, right in the tropics, out of your yard. Just imagine this. You know what I'm saying? And this mango grew on this tree for a while, from the sun, from the soil, organically, with some love from the earth, with some love from you, and you ate that at its highest nutritional value. So you will receive the information of that mango. Now, if you eat a piece of chicken from a chicken that was commercially grown and lived in harsh climates and fear and stress all its life, pumped with steroids and hormones and all types of chemicals to make it grow fast and keep it from getting sick because it's not its natural environment, and then it's not fresh, it's been sent packaged. And this, even if it's farm fresh, it has more nutritional value, but it still goes through the process of cooking and cutting and seasoning. And by the time it hits your plate and hits your body, it's dead. It's lifeless. The information in there is a whole different type of information. Um, you know, how do these things work, guys? They're mirrors. Seriously. Like, do a video, or I'm doing a video, and you're talking to yourself. You really have to start living within. Forget everything that goes on outside for sometimes. Even though you see it and you feel it, try to not necessarily go numb to that, but distance. Like, you're here, but you're not here. Um, there's stuff inside you, in some people, that they may not want to deal with or face. Um, you have to face those things. Um, eat particularly less. Some intermediate fast, some fasting. When you decide to eat, make sure it's living foods, it's real information that it's gathering stuff from the soil, the sunlight, photosynthesis. It's a light form food, and it takes shape into a 3D form, and you consume that food. And it has juices, and it hydrates you. Stay very hydrated. I've been reading, I'm always reading stuff. Hydration, some of the biggest cause of death is because hydration leads to other things. So the cause of death might be something else, but the main thing that started that was the hydration. Most of us are dehydrated, don't even know it. The coffees and the sugary drinks and the processed foods or even cooked foods, those are all less water content foods. When they're alive, they have a high water content. That's why fruit or something and raw foods are so good for you. Um, this is stuff that I talk and teach, very basic stuff. I don't sell dreams. Some of the stuff may be the first time you heard it, but there's books on it, there's YouTube videos, there's Netflix, knowledge of self. I tell you guys, anatomy. It's learning the human body. It should interest everybody a little bit. It's not easy to learn. The human body is very complicated, but every single one of us owns one of these things. Why not know how it works in and out, so you can figure out how to take care of it? Your spirit, your energy is what runs this mechanical machine. It's a machine with live tissue and flesh, but it also works like a machine. All these organs, they're like parts. They're just made out of tissues, and cells. Cells make tissue, tissue makes organ. Each individual cell, it's its own entity, has its own nervous system, its own spinal cord, its own respiratory system, it's its own thinking mechanism. Each individual cell. Knowledge of self, man. There's only one. Everything that comes out of you is more creations. Where do the creations come from? Where do the thoughts come from? You create everything. Every thought that manifests and makes you feel what you feel at the human body, you create. That's why you're the creator. Or you can destroy. We have egos. The ego keeps you alive. The ego wants you to eat. The ego makes you get up to go to work, take care of your kids, makes you get into an argument, makes you laugh, makes you want to have sex. It's all egos, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta get rid of the ego, you gotta balance it all out. Everything's in harmony, balances it out. Hermetic principles. Study that up, the Hermetic principles. What goes up must come down, goes around, comes around. That's why you work in gratitude, because you never know what's going to come back around to you. Everything is energy, time, money. So we have to try to remember, if we need money, how much energy you can put in. Forget about the time. It's a creative mechanism and system to control you. It's so simple, guys. Truly study the eyes. I tell you, study the eyes. Study how vision works. Study how the light hits your eyes and it changes to a vibrational form, and the information goes to your brain and flips back out and sends it back out to the human body. You have to understand this stuff, because then all this stuff that I'm talking about will make a little bit more sense. Live in the body. You are in the body. You're in this world. You are not of this world. You have been bedoozled into going to sleep and thinking you woke up when we never woke up. We are constantly walking around sleeping. So I am just here to tell you different things that they won't tell you, but only you can put it into practice. It's actually consuming a lot less and saving your dollars, saving your energy, and using for greater power and greater good. But I'm going to let y'all marinate on some of the stuff I said. Peace.